Alright, we're out here with Chloe. And we're just going to go take a little walk around the plaza. I have her on a slip lead, so she's not in her prong collar right now. And we're just working on making sure she recognizes heel position. Good. She's a little far out there, so there we go. Perfect. I'm just going to... Good, good. I'm going to use my leash to indicate... I'm going to use my leash pressure to indicate when she's not in that bubble right there. Ding, ding, good. And she kind of stopped herself already. So leash pressure when I need to communicate you need to change or fix something. Loose leash when she's correct. I'm also going to use lots of good reward markers when she's correct. Good. Good girl. Ding, ding, ding. Good.
Really appreciate it.
Good.
Absolutely, dude. What happened?
Good job. Just working through some distractions here. Good. Good. So we're going to stop here because she looks a little freaked out, and I want to work her through that. So yeah, she's not even wanting to take. There we go. Take some food. There she goes. So nice loose leash right now. Good. I'm going to bring her back to that heel. Good. We're not hiding. Come in. Good. Good girl. Good. So when we're out and about here, we really ought to be 90% loose leash, 10% pressure. So the only time she's feeling leash pressure is when I'm telling her she needs to change or fix something. And she's never getting an inch in the direction she wants to go on a tight leash or by pulling. Ready? Let's go. Alright, so she's a little bit far out here. And I really don't want her to be too far past my stride. Perfect, this looks good. Good girl. So right here, she's getting a little far out. Good. And there's some flags right here that I think are wigging her out. Good. Let's go. Ding, ding. Good. Good job. She's doing a really good job finding her place back at my side. So she's got a nice loose leash right now. Good job. Ding, ding. A little feedback right there. Good girl. Good job. I noticed that she's a very sniffy girl. I would love to do some nose work with her at some point. Oops. Good. Good. So let me give her like a little tap. So the leash is a form of communication. We want to be aware of that and be thinking that way, like kind of at all times. Good. So if I see her kind of speeding up and like kind of heading off to the side, you can use the leash to kind of nudge her and say, hey, come on over here. Good. Leash pressure is just another language that we speak with our dogs. Good job. Hey, girlfriend. Good. Right. Good girl. I like to pair distractions with food for me as much as I can so that we create this conditioned responsive. Well, that's a distracting. Whoops. Good. Good. So that whole time she was out of that heel bubble, we had leash pressure on. Good. Whoops. Yeah, I think for homework, it would be really good if we paired distractions on walks with food from you, so that when she notices distractions, she starts to automatically orient to us. Good. The clicker can help with that too. Good. So I did notice So I do notice that if she sees something up ahead on the ground that she wants to check out, or a smell that she wants to go check out, her instinct is to kind of just rush over to it. And we really want to break that habit by never allowing her to be successful at getting to what she's trying to get to when she does that little rush to the end of her leash. So sometimes it can be tricky if you have a really big, strong dog. And Chloe's definitely a good size. No, thank you. So right here, she's pulling. We're going to take her right away from that. No, thank you. Good. With me. I'm going to release her to that. Good. If she can stay on a nice loose leash. Okay. So she can be very strong, obviously. And I think sometimes, especially if she's in her prong collar, we get a little bit worried about how much pressure she's applying to her. So when we're worried about how much pressure is on her neck, especially if she's wearing the prong collar, sometimes we allow her to drag us a couple of feet because we're like, oh no, that's a lot of pressure happening. But again, that's strongly reinforcing the pulling. You're rewarding the pulling when you let her get where she wants to go. Make sure you're planting your feet, you have a good hold of that leash, and you're moving her. Start just literally walking backwards. If she's putting that much pressure on herself, she's not going to put so much pressure that she hurts herself at least more than once. And so that's a little bit of, you know, if she's pulling into her prong and she ends up putting a lot of force, she's really only going to do that one time. If she pulls really hard on the prong and you end up giving in and following her over to where she wants to go, then she learns to be a little bit desensitized to that pressure, and she learns to put up with a little bit more. Whoop, 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 whoop. You're leaving heel. So I'm just going to circle around so we can do that again. Yes, good. I want her to check that out. Yes, and look at me. Good girl. Good job. We're going to get right over here. Whoop. 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 Heel. Good. Good girl. So parking lots are great places to practice versus the inside of a Home Depot or the inside of a store. Sometimes that can be like a lot of distractions over and over and over again all at once. So this is a little bit more low-key, or even doing this in your neighborhood might be a good idea, so that you can get really confident